and I'm on with Scott. Scott, I'm going to mess up your last name, man, so I'm not even going to try.
Solari.
Solari. Okay, Solari. That's easier than I thought. So Scott is with Viral Marketing, and him and I, you've probably seen us on webcam talking before the class. We're just talking a couple things that we're going to share. But video, man, it has been the number one thing for me, and I know we've done a bunch of video marketing with Brian Heckman, and we did one a month ago with him. So I thought, you know what, why don't we bring Scott on, who works with, you know what, I'm not going to blow your cover. So Scott, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what we're going to talk about, and let's get into this, because I know you got some amazing content. And for you guys to show up, it's a pretty sweet conversation that we're going to have here, and share with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Scott, I appreciate you having me on Agent Mastermind. I'm excited to be here, and I'm excited to talk to everyone that's joining us today, and hopefully give them some really good information that they can either take back and implement themselves, or just to figure out a way to incorporate some video into their business. But I work with Viral Marketing, and we help realtors and all professional services stay in touch with their database, past clients, people in their sphere with education-based video. And my role is I'm in charge of business development, and I've been with the company for 3 years. And it's I just know a lot about this, and I've been learning through the growths and pains of all the realtors we work with as well. So I'm excited to share this information.
I'm excited to have you here, man. So why don't we get started? And so you work with 400 or 500 agents specifically. I know that you shared with me one yesterday that is killing it in Arizona. And so I want to make sure, I don't know if he's in your presentation or not, but I want to make sure I cover a little bit of it. Okay, good. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so
I'm going to let you go and do your thing, and then I'll just kind of chime in every once in a while.
Cool. Yeah, so I want to start off. Yeah, we work with over 450 real estate agents or teams, either for staying in touch with their database or recruiting nationwide. So in every market you can imagine, every person on this webinar probably knows an agent that's using Viral Marketing. What I wanted to go over first, before we kind of go into the presentation, is some of the things or issues that probably some of the real estate agents that are on this have run into trying to incorporate video. I mean, one of the biggest things, and we were just talking about it, is what do you say? How do you set up the camera setup? Getting through it without messing up. You feel like you have to do the whole video from start to finish because you don't know how to edit it. And then even if you get to the point where you actually edit the video, then where do you put it? Where do you upload it? What do you do with it? Who do you send it to? How do you frame the content correctly to add value to your audience? So I see this happening all the time, and as realtors out there, you guys are busy. You're running around. You're very reactive, and it's not your fault. It's just the way the job is. But it's hard to sit down and focus without getting pulled on from all the other things that you have to do during your day-to-day to make a really good video that actually adds value. So
cool.
Yeah, man. So the presentation I have for everybody today is how to grow your real estate business with video. And I'm going to give you some tips and techniques on how you can either take our strategies home or if you wanted to actually work with a company like ours, I'm sure there's other companies out there, but something like ours where you can essentially hire us to help you out with video if you want to incorporate that into your business. But basically, let me click here. The number one thing, Scott, is your database. It's the number one asset that you have in your business, and I feel like a lot of businesses in all professions get kind of lost on the new lead and the new business coming in, that they forget about their past client that they worked with or the potential referrals from doing that great job that they're doing, the great customer service that they provided, that experience, during that sale process of 30 or 60, 90 days, whatever it is with that client. They forget about the great customer service they gave, and that person wants to refer, but there needs to be some sort of value add. So growing your database and paying attention to it is like the number one thing that you should be doing in your business.
It's funny you bring that up. Database is we call it the low-hanging fruit, and I think it's just more fun to chase, and people are probably going to disagree with me on this call. And if you guys have any questions throughout this presentation, on the right-hand side, there's a questions and answer. I'll be monitoring the questions. But I think, I don't know, for me, I love the thrill of the chase. I love going out, implementing a marketing strategy, and then having the phone ring. And it's like, okay, what else can I do? And I stop doing what made the phone ring, and I go start doing something else. A lot of my friends have the, it's the ADD thing. What is it that's more exciting? What's more exciting, making the phone ring and doing a marketing strategy, than it is consistently building deep relationships with your past database?
Right, absolutely. I completely agree with you. And so that's, with the database, there's a lot of times there's no certainty or clarity on how to approach your database and what actual plan, or if there is a marketing plan, to put in place. Right?
Right.
Because if you could take that same idea of having a structured marketing and apply that to your database, where all of a sudden you're attracting a lot of business and you're getting phone calls and you're getting people coming in from referrals, and you can see the actual tangible business coming in, it creates that same dynamic as what you're talking about with the new leads, but add to your database, because you did have a structured plan that you're actually able to implement.
Right on.
Yeah, man. All right, so database, I can go on and on about it, but it's so important.
I know.
Contacts. Our rule of thumb for our clients is you should be adding 3 new emails to your database every day. That's 60 a month, 720 a year. And if you could do that of like people you actually had conversations with, my God, what you could do with the amount of business you can generate from a database that size of people that actually value the relationship would be, it'd be so much business is there. All right.
You'd be done in 1 year, truthfully.
Yeah, you really could. You could, if you could grow at that size, and then obviously, a lot of realtors on this call are probably buying some sort of lead, or generating maybe expired or for sale by owners, or just list me calls or circle prospect. There's so many things that they're probably doing to generate leads. Maybe it's direct mail or whatever, and then online, of course, but all those leads need to get nurtured too, because most of those are 6 months, a year, maybe 2 years out from making a transaction with you. And what are you doing now to stay in touch with them, right? So that's part of your database. Now those are a little more cold. You got to kind of change them from cold to warm, then to convert, right? So that's it's an extra step there, right? But so what you're looking at here is the marketing plan. I just mentioned, build your database. You have to communicate with it, and when you communicate with it, you have to be adding value. You have to be educating. You have to think about, am I sending something to my database that actually helps them in their day-to-day life? And if you're not sending information that's helping them, don't send it, because all you're going to do is get them to ignore you, and then you're going to start alienating your database, and it's going to shrink it over time. So anyway.
So one of the things to communicate with it is when you say the database. So do you have a lot of your agents that you work with set up drip campaigns, video drip campaigns of something of? I see a lot of agents send out stuff that's newsletter. Nothing, no video, no communications. Just, hey, read this: 7 things you should do before buying a home, or list your home, and declutter. It's called declutter, whatever. But you and I have been talking about video drip campaigns, and I think that would be a huge. Do you teach people how to do that as well?
Yeah, we do. We actually do. That's one of our extra strategies that will help our clients implement. I'm not a huge fan of newsletters, especially if they don't have video in them, because it's just too much information. And how we are as humans these days. Like, if there's too much information in one email and it's not like one single thought that I have to think about, I'm out. I don't have time to go through all of it.
Right.
So, but with a campaign like you're talking about, is that you can structure campaigns that are very targeted and specific to a certain audience. So, and I kind of mentioned this earlier, but maybe you want to have for sale by owner. Maybe you're getting for sale by owner leads and you're getting emails. A great way is to drip an educational campaign of maybe 5 or 7 videos over a 3 or 4 week time period that really educates them in all the steps they need to take with that for sale by owner. And hopefully what it will do is build trust and rapport to a point where they feel overwhelmed that they can't do it on their own and they want to work with you. So yeah, we do help you. And video, we can go on and on about video, but video creates a real connection. And I hope everyone knows the importance of video just in general, but it creates a real connection. It's the next best thing than talking to someone one-on-one, either face-to-face or over the phone, because
Yeah.
it feels like you're talking to them through the camera, and that's why you don't want to overproduce or you don't want to make a video that looks like a commercial or advertisement, because it loses the connection and the genuineness of the video. People want to see you as you. They know you. They want to see who you are as a real person and get to know you better that way, right?
Yep.
So,
So
yeah, go ahead.
So, quick question. So, how do you recommend? So, everybody's like, there's probably some people on here that are just starting out in the business. There's some people on here that have been in the business 20 years. What do we need to do to build a database? Like, how do you, like, where do you find it if you're just starting out, or if you've had it for, been in the business forever? What do you do? Any recommendations on that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll kind of go through that a little bit as we go as well. But you have to look at, what's so great about social media. When you connect with people, you're connecting with their information. Okay, so LinkedIn, for instance, you should be building your LinkedIn full of people in your local community, people that are your potential client. Okay, same thing with Facebook. Use Facebook and friend every single person that could be a potential client in your community or influencers in your community. Okay, and what we can do now is we can go into these sources, LinkedIn, Facebook, and actually export all the emails out of those systems into a CSV file that can be uploaded into an email marketing system so that you can email to that list of people. So I behoove you to go and start friending everyone that you know that you haven't friended yet in Facebook, to build that up, because if you have a couple thousand people in there that know who you are, that's a really good database to start with.
Huge.
Yeah, huge. And then exporting everyone out of your email, your Outlook. Like, I'm of the opinion that you don't want to decide for any person in your database whether or not they should get the information that you're sending. Let them make the decision whether or not they want to get that info. If they want to unsubscribe, let them unsubscribe.
Great point. Yeah,
because
I don't want to sound salesy, right? That's what everybody thinks. I don't want to be salesy.
That's what they think, but that's because of the content they're sending. They're so used to sending canned, crappy emails. I hate to say it, but there's so much crap out there that people are sending. It's like, I wouldn't want to send that either to my database or someone that I don't know, because it would come across real salesy or horrible. But if you're sending a piece of content with a video that actually truly adds value, it changes the game. It changes the whole perception. And you're going to these people with a value add first instead of asking for something first, which is what most realtors do, is they're asking for business before they've actually added value. Right?
Did everybody hear that? I think it's a huge point. So more or less, you go in for the kill before you've built, like, that is such a huge point, man. Like, so if you haven't built the relationship and you're asking for business, or if you haven't done something of value or built some sort of trust, people like to work with who they know, like, and trust.
Yeah,
period.
Absolutely.
If not, they're going to go away. They're going to leave.
Right, and it only takes one first impression.
I know.
Right, and then all of a sudden, that lead isn't a lead anymore. Because of that. So, yeah, that's a really big thing. And then you can see the third step on here is proactive follow-up. If you're sending information but you don't have anyone to follow up with, that's you're going to attract business over time, of course, but you need to be proactively following up and making phone calls and prospecting. So, with our system or with any email marketing system out there, there's ways that you can set up tracking or analytics so you know who's engaged in the emails, who's clicking on which links, who's watching the video, so that you can follow up with. So when you build out an actual database, or you put that in a CSV file, or if you're putting it into an email marketing campaign, you want to make sure that you have the name, email, and the phone number or phone numbers that you have of that contact when you upload it into those systems, so that when you go back into the tracking, you can see those phone numbers right there and you know who to follow up with and start a conversation. And it doesn't need to be, hey, are you interested in selling your home? It needs to be, hey, like, get some feedback about the videos you're sending, get some feedback about the content, ask for their feedback, ask if there's any other questions that you can be answering for them. Right? And then from there, naturally, that will lead into a conversation about real estate. I mean, the people that actually know, like, and trust you in your database, they know that you're a realtor. You don't have to keep informing them over and over and over again.
Great point.
Right?
Great point. Yep.
All right. So And please, Scott, like if anyone's asking questions, fire at me.
Yeah, the one question that came in, Vincent, thanks for being here, man. He just says, what CRM do you recommend? Which I get that question a lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different ones.
There's so many. Yeah.
I mean, it depends. Like, there's CRMs that are built into IDX sites. So, like, if you have a lead generation system, I would say, like, Commissions Inc., Boomtown, Real Geeks, they all have really good back-end CRMs. If you just want a CRM, Top Producer is really good, but some people don't like it. It's just, we use Infusionsoft in our business, but that's not really a real estate
highly complicated
system.
now. Yeah.
There's a newer one that I've seen recently called FirePoint. I would take a look into that. That's an all-in-one. It comes with like an IDX, a really good CRM, agent tracking. It does. I think there's a dialer built in as well, so it's got like all these different features. So I would check that out. It's called FirePoint.
FirePoint. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. But yeah,
Breakthrough. I did say, Scott, real quick. I did say that I did hear Breakthrough Broker is coming out with a free CRM system. If you're not affiliate, or if you don't need to be an affiliate, but if you're not part of, I'm just totally drawing a blank right now. Breakthrough Broker. Yeah. So check that out too. I don't know if it's out yet. A good friend of mine, he's been on class a couple times, and I'll make sure once it's out, I'll make sure and let you know. But I guess here's the big point about CRM systems is if you aren't using one now, you're probably not going to use one even if you have one. So I would delegate that part out. Hire someone for 2 hours a week, 2 hours a day, whatever it takes, so that they take every lead that comes in, every phone number that comes in, every email that comes in, and they put it into a CRM system that you have set up as a drip, and you did the video, you put the drips in there, and so somebody else is doing it, so it gets done. What I see a lot is people sign up for CRMs and they just don't use it because it's not your thing, and it's okay that that's not your thing. Just let it go and have somebody else do it for you for 2 hours a week.
Yeah, I can't tell you how important it is, especially if you're out there and you're new to the business and you're starting your own business and you're growing. You need to understand your strengths and your weaknesses. Do an assessment if you don't know what they are. I mean, figure it out, because if you start wasting your time on things that you're not good at, you're going to be holding yourself back from growing. Hire it out. Hire someone that's an expert at it so that you don't have to worry about it, because CRMs, it's not like the people complain about different CRMs. It's not the CRM. It's the fact that, like, you have to get in there and, like, create content and like build it out the way you want to work, right? And it's like if you aren't a systems person, you're never going to be able to do that. So don't do it. Have someone else do it, like Scott said.
Yep.
So here, step one again, build a database. Okay. This is kind of what I just talked about: exporting all your contacts from your different social media, Google, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff, into a CSV file, then either into your CRM or into an email marketing system. Okay, so in email marketing systems, there's so many out there, but there's like Follow Up Boss is
yeah, there's so many.
Vertical Response.
There's so many. They're all good. Yeah.
There's so many good ones. So, so as far as like your audience, okay, as a realtor is pretty much everyone in your community, everyone that they know. I mean, that it's a huge group of people that you can potentially be adding value to and becoming visible. So you want to be that expert. I mean, that's how realtors are potentially looked at, as they're a connector of people. I mean, that growing up, I thought about the realtor that we knew as someone that knew everyone in town, all the different vendors and everything else, right? So you want to become that person to your audience. Okay, so just answering common questions that are asked by you want to fulfill the need in a timely manner. What are people asking you right now? That's the content you want to be putting on video. And it can't be a market update every time, right? You got to mix, but you got to pay attention to your audience as well and what their needs are and fulfill those needs. How to get better results with you, working with you, right? What to avoid or what to do better. Right, what pains to avoid is a great type of topic. What things that they could do better, so like improvements to the home, or what things they should be doing to, curb appeal, just best practices, answering those types of questions. And then, of course, you should be having customer success stories on video if you can, or at least audio and examples of that up on your blog or website. You need, we all know how important reviews are. Zillow, Google, Yelp, right? Those are some of the main. Facebook, I'd say, probably the fourth one. But getting reviews up from the people that you're working with, so it's social proof. It's proof by other people's peers that have worked with you to showcase that you are very successful. And I tell you what, a lot of people turn to reviews. I do all the time with different businesses when I'm trying to find someone and I don't know an area, or a lot of people travel now. Those are things that you want to be focused on. So.
Cool.
So reconnecting with the database. All right. So if you all of a sudden you haven't been doing anything with your database, right? And you export all these contacts, and all of a sudden you have this database of like 1,000 people in an email marketing system, but you've never sent anything to it. Okay. So you got to be careful with that because it is spamming, right? But at the same time, like, you need to send the right type of email, okay, to that. So I have a reconnect email, and I can share this with everyone at the end of the webinar. I'd be happy to. Okay, it's something that we wrote up, but it's very simple. It just says reconnecting friends, clients, colleagues. I wanted to send you a quick email to connect with you. I'm helping people buy and sell real estate, and I'd like to send you 2 quick videos a month answering questions I commonly receive. And if you're just sending one, or you can adjust that sentence, of course, all right? This way, you can be educated to make the best financial decisions. If you don't want to receive them, no worries. Just click the unsubscribe link at the bottom of the message. If you have any questions I can answer for you, just reply back and let me know. I want to help you make the best decisions when it comes to buying and selling real estate, and this is a way I feel I can really help you. Your realtor, Bob. Okay? It's simple, but
simple. Focus on the fans. Focus on the fans. When people go, well, what if they opt out? It's okay.
It's okay.
No big deal. Like, focus on the fans, yeah.
Right. Let them opt out, because it's better they opt out than they hit spam and your email gets shut down. Okay.
Correct. Right.
And I can't tell you how many clients that we've sent this out for, this email, and they'll get like 30 responses of people asking them questions. And now all of a sudden they've created all this engagement where they can start communicating back and forth with those people that are responding to this email. So this is a great way to kind of reconnect with the database that you haven't been marketing to. And then from there, of course, you want to fulfill whatever you said you're going to be doing. So here it says sending the 2 quick video emails. If you're going to be sending something else that adds value, you just want to let them know and make sure that you fulfill that after you say it. All right? This is kind of funny, but yeah, business card. Ask people for their email. What ends up happening, Scott, is when you start sending video or sending content that actually adds value to the people in your area, it changes the way that you have conversations with people that you don't know. And what I mean by that is that when you approach a conversation, you're going to be a lot more confident to ask for someone's email address because you're sending something of value. You know that you're going to add value rather than being skittish to ask for an email because you know that your agenda is to call and get business from them. Right? You have to change the way you think about it, and that's what you get taught in any sales training. Is you got to put your agenda aside, and it's about helping the person that you're trying to working with and what's best for them. So that's how you're going to start thinking about when you're asking for emails. Is you're going to know that you're sending something of value. So it's going to help you get a lot more emails, email addresses from people that you're talking to, and it needs to be something that you're focusing on. And if you have a team, it needs to be something your team is focusing on. Is constantly asking for emails, knowing that you're sending something of value.
Email and cell phone. I would always get their cell phone, and there's so many ways to get their cell phone. Like, because like texting is a huge thing, and you communicate. That's how so many people communicate. Especially if you're a lead short, like if you're using Zillow or Truly or however you got these leads coming in with the cell phones. I would highly recommend communicating with them first by text. Just a little kicker there, but you can send these videos through text if you want to. I have fun with it. I have so much fun with video texting back and forth with different people and clients, and it's just part of life. It's the way we are moving. Like, look at Snapchat. What is Snapchat? It's a video platform for people to communicate. That's the new generation. That's the new millennials that are coming up to. That's how they're communicating. They don't even use Facebook anymore. They're off. You know?
No, they're
It's
using
crazy.
Instagram and
Instagram and yeah,
Snapchat.
Snapchat. Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be the next wave. I mean, in the next 10 years, I mean, maybe even before
that's it,
that,
man.
5 years.
Oh,
You
it'll
know,
be next year. Yeah, it'll be.
yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of the millennials that are getting to the age where they actually can afford to buy a home, that's going to
That's
start
right.
that's starting to happen. So yeah, build up your Snapchat. I know a friend of mine that uses it to communicate with all of his clients. Actually, he sends like quick updates,
Yep.
and it's
Yep.
it's timely. It's right on the point. He's responding to something that's relative. That's a great resource.
Correct.
So here's just,
Yep.
it just says ask people to sign up online, right? In all your communication, you should be, driving traffic to your opt-in. So it's the same thing with this. The video would push people to opt into something, or, if you're talking to them, getting them to go opt in to get your videos, or, well, wherever that opt-in is, right? So you can get those emails as well.
Sure.
So the second part that we talked about, and I can't see time right now, so you just gotta let me know how we are in time, okay?
Yeah, we're good. Yep, we got 30 minutes.
Okay, cool. So the second part is, communicating with them. We've kind of talked about that a lot, but asking, clients for questions to answer. We just talked about that. Again, that goes back to, timely and relevant information. Okay. But another thing too is, like, if you have a team, maybe you get your buyer's agent to do a video about something specific that they know or questions they're getting. Mix it up with your staff, get people involved with the video. You definitely want get your buy-in with your team, so that when you ask them to do video or ask them maybe to be part of a campaign, that they're willing to do it and it's not a fight, and it's going to help you build up this content that's going to convert more leads over time, which is what you want to do. I mean, everyone's out there, to get leads, but there's no lead problem. Usually in real estate, it's a conversion problem, right? And so it's, create that content to convert. Send the 2 Q&A videos, of course, and then I have some examples that we can go through here, but this is what one of the videos, one of our clients, you can see it's like that. This is a webcam shot, so it looks amazing. You get really good video quality with webcams, and it's right there. It's you being conversational at your desk, right? And then it gets edited up, and it looks very professional, and having some good audio and sound quality for the video as well, right? You could see one of the things I even covered is, obviously, when you send out a video email, you want to be posting it everywhere as well. So, if it's short enough, post it to Instagram, right? Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google+, so the 4 main social platforms you can post those videos to, and then optimizing it on YouTube correctly. So this is one of the biggest places where people fall apart because they don't know how to do this, and this takes time to figure out. Okay, so YouTube's owned by Google. Everyone should know that. So optimizing it with the keywords, the localization terms, the tags on YouTube is so important for getting found, because if you're using the wrong words when people are searching, your videos aren't going to come up ever. They're just not going to come up because you're not putting in descriptions the correct words. So this client here, he's one of our clients, number one realtor, Andrew Duncan, the Duncan duo in Tampa, and he was doing video forever. Then he came to viral, and he goes, I'm not being found. I don't think I'm using it correctly. We went in. He had hundreds of videos, and we re-optimized everything on his YouTube. He completely blew up, and his stuff's coming up on page 1 on Google. Right?
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
And so that's such a big piece, and it's just because he wasn't using some of the key terms correctly. Right? We had another client, and she was using localization term of like the Atlanta area, where that's not what people were searching in her area. They were searching Cobb County. So they're actually searching the county. So when she came to us, we adjusted all of her videos to Cobb County, and her business like doubled that year because of it. Right?
So if somebody has a ton of videos they've done, with no results, or maybe they just don't know how to SEO it, that's something that you would help with as well.
Yes, that's
I didn't even think about that. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things that we do on the front end when we're setting a client up in our first 30-day, our onboarding process essentially is we'll go in and re-optimize their entire YouTube page. And we do that with all their social pages as well. We do all the graphics and we re-optimize everything so that your social look looks fantastic, but then it's also consistent across all your different pages. Like so many realtors will build out one page, but all the other pages, there's nothing. There's nothing set up.
Right, nothing there.
Right, it's like you have to have it congruent.
They put the effort in, but they didn't do what they were good at, which is the SEO and the branding and all that stuff. So, which totally makes sense. So it's not what we're good at. This is a people business. This is a marketing to our database business. Let somebody else do all this other cool stuff. For huge results at the end. Because if you're spending your time trying to do what he's just talking about, you're not going to be doing what you need to be doing to build a database, to market to FSBOs in a neighborhood or expired listings or past database. Like you're spending time on stuff that's not going to make you money today because you don't know how to do it. And so there's other stuff you could be doing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you guys are fantastic at building relationships, making phone calls. Hopefully, that's something you need to be doing. And then, selling and maybe building your team, training, things like that. That's where your focus needs to be every day, is like generating new leads, but, letting other people help you with the conversion of those leads or the systems to stay in touch with them, So here's what you mentioned earlier. So Brett Tanner. So Brett's got 2 different blogs with us. He's, I think he's the top agent in Phoenix, if I recall. I think he is. He's one of the top, if not the top. But this is his recruiting blog. Okay, so he does 2 different ones. So that's something that I haven't really gotten to yet. But as you get experienced in doing the normal videos and you start growing a business, well, a great way to get yourself out there even more is to start sending out training videos or teaching videos to recruit, right, to help agents in your local area. And it's going to attract agents to come to you. They're going to know who you are. At the same time, when people are researching you to work with you, they're going to see that you are actually this teacher. Like the leverage position that puts you in as being an expert at real estate, of being someone that's training other agents, or at least it looks like that, is huge for bringing in more business as well. All right.
So let's talk about this. So Brett has this blog, and I would highly recommend it. It's whatbrettuses.com. And he's got some really cool videos there. But so let's talk about the videos. So he does a 2-minute video, 1-minute video, whatever it is, on his blog. Mm-hmm. He didn't edit them. He didn't do anything to them. He just did them. And what do you say he does? 15 at a time?
I mean, he'll do a bunch. It depends. And that's the thing is if they're not timely, for instance, what are valuation leads? Like that, you can send out whenever. Right, because that doesn't change. It's a fact of what they are, right? Yeah. If it's that type of video, you can do a bunch of those at once. But the ones that are timely, you need to be doing, every month to stay on top of what the needs are there. But yeah, he cranks them out, man. And what's great about it is literally everything on this page and everything that's done for him. He literally sits down in front of the camera like he is at his desk and cranks out the videos. He probably could do 10 to 15 in less than an hour, and then he's done for 6 months.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yeah, but it's cool. Because he's really good at it now. He's been working with us for years, right? So he's experienced. So I just want to step back. Set your expectations of understanding that it's like learning to ride a bike. You're not going to be very good at video at the beginning. Maybe you're natural. More likely you're not going to be good. That's okay. You have to you have to practice it and keep doing it, and you'll get really good and confident with the structure of the video. Okay?
Yep.
So he does the video right there, and then he just, at the Viral website, he can upload it to us, and it just goes to us, and then our team takes over and does everything else, and he's done.
Here's the best part about this thing that I like about Brett and about what you guys do is he's not out in the cold, he's not out in the wind, he doesn't have any special equipment. He just has a $100 webcam, roughly, somewhere in there.
Roughly, yeah.
$50, $60, $70 mic. I don't know, not much, right?
Yeah, $150 worth of equipment, probably.
$150 total, so all in. And and a couple people are asking, Scott, what do you charge? And now we're not on here to sell you guys stuff, but we're on here to let you know that one, if you're not going to do it yourself, Scott, let's talk about this. So, and dude, I love this conversation before we started. So we talked about you having a conversation with me, and the hardest part about video, let's just throw it out there. What is it? You got to buy the equipment. You got to learn how to edit. You got to go, okay, what do I talk about? Where do I get the content? Somebody asked a question. Where do we get content? If you Google 10 things a buyer should know, 10 things the seller should know before selling their home, 10 things the buyer should know before buying their home, 10 things to declutter your home. What is the number one color of today's, like what color carpet is the best? What color paint should I paint my house if I was going to paint it and refresh it up? Like all this stuff would, like, should I get a home inspection? Should I get should I do a well and septic inspection? Should I? Like, should I? Like, you can Google all that stuff, and if you did 1 and 2 minute videos on why you should do that stuff, and hey, I just thought you might want to know, and you get into the head of the consumer before they ask the question, and you're sending them really good value-added content.
Yeah.
And then asking them, hey, what else do you want to know, right?
Of course.
And so Scott, talk about how, and whether you do it with Scott or whoever you do it with, talk about how you do it with your clients, where you have an interview section but you edit out your part. Talk about that, because I think that's just brilliant. So
yeah, absolutely.
Share with us how that works.
Real quick, before I jump into that, I want to get back to the content, and then I'll jump into it. But another thing I wanted to add is, if you ever have content issues, go to getviral.com. And on the right side, we have example video. We post every week, every single video topic that we send out, we post it online. And so there's thousands of topics that you can go and just research for 20 minutes and write down the questions that you want to answer. And just, don't reinvent the wheel. We talk about that all the time as building a business. Like, learn of what the best people are doing, best practices the experts are doing, and follow what they do and repeat it, right, for your own market. But yeah, as far as what you just asked me, Scott, one of the biggest value adds that our company does, right, and it really helps with our clients, is that we not only hold them accountable to actually getting in front of the camera and getting on the phone with us, but more importantly is we literally do a screen share with our clients through their computer. So we can frame them correctly, we can see them, make sure the lighting's good, make sure the audio and camera is all set up correctly. And then if they're really uncomfortable, we'll do an interview with them, and we'll ask them questions while the camera's recording, and then we go back and edit it into a really nice video that makes sense that we can send out. So that's the best way to start.
That's only with them in it, with only them in it. So
yeah,
they're just literally having a conversation, but only they're answering. It's so cool, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. So like Scott, I'd be on the phone with you, and I'd be like, all right, Scott.
Put up your webcam. Put up your webcam for a second.
All right, I'll put it on.
All right. So it would be a conversation like this. Hey, there we go. So it'd be a conversation like this.
But it's recording, and I'll go, all right, Scott. So let's start an introduction. So introduce yourself, your business, and welcome them to your video blog.
Hey guys, this is Scott Hudspeth. Welcome to Agent Mastermind Video Blog. So excited to share some awesome content with you.
Perfect. So that's where we would make one cut, and then I go,
all
right, Scott. Now what I want you to do is introduce what people are going to learn. What's the question you're going to answer for them today?
So I'm going to talk about a couple things you should know before buying a home. And later on in the series, I'm going to talk about a couple things you should know when selling a home.
Great. So, and then you would go, and then the next step would be, like, all right, so you always want to try to keep it to, like, 3 main things. Otherwise, you're all over the place, right? So, like, what are the 3 best things that you need to know about buying your home today? Okay, so what is it, getting pre-approved?
Working with a real estate agent, make sure you work with somebody that knows what they're talking about, that actually is in the real estate business as a real estate agent, because there's so many things that can get like slid underneath the plate, or they don't share with you, or isn't public knowledge that you need to know about. Because think about this: this is the #1 purchase you're going to have when buying a home. So you can just kind of go, kind of going like that.
Yeah,
but
and then,
that's the whole back and forth. Yeah.
Right. It's back and forth. So that way you have a director, guys. I mean, that's the biggest problem too. Is you get all this equipment, you're sitting in front of it, and you're like, I don't.
What do I say?
How am I supposed to even do this? Like. You don't know there's no structure. There's no one coaching you through it, and that's what you need. It's a big piece, And so it's like we have clients that go and even hire production people to come out with higher end quality video cameras and everything else, but they still get on the phone with us because they still need a director to kind of direct them through and coach them through it, right?
Yep. Somebody's asking, is the iPhone 6 good for videos? Absolutely.
Fantastic.
iPhones have an amazing video quality, especially the new one out. That's the iPhone 6s. Like that's even a better video, and I'm sure the iPhone 7 that I already have is going to be even better. It is better, actually. I'm just kidding. I don't have it yet.
You need something like
which
this.
I did. Little,
yep. When you're using an iPhone, you need a lapel mic, whether it's plug-in or if you can do a wireless. But
sound is everything.
Sound is everything, especially if you're outside with the video quality is amazing. But guys, hold on, let me get my phone. If you're using the phone, don't hold it like this, straight up and down, unless you're only posting it to Facebook. If you're gonna upload it to YouTube, sideways with the camera up like this, okay? Otherwise, it's gonna look like.
So does it matter which way? Does it matter which way the camera is when you're holding sideways?
No, as long as it's sideways, one way or the other.
Okay. It doesn't matter. Cool. Okay, cool.
I try to do it with the camera side up like this on the top. The other thing, too, is if you're going to be doing that, you want to put it on your YouTube page, don't upload it to YouTube unless you're connected to Wi-Fi because it's going to resize it into standard definition, not high definition, and it won't look as good.
Now, wait a minute. So if I'm not on Wi-Fi and I upload to YouTube on my network, it actually changes the format of the video?
Yep. It doesn't allow you to do it in HD. Yeah, it doesn't allow you to do it in HD.
No kidding.
Oh,
okay, very important lesson there, right there. Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Cool. All right. Cool. So I'll shrink my webcam down so we can blow back up the screen there. But
all right. So here's the next one is this.
That little tip right there was worth the whole call right there.
Yeah, there you go. You're welcome. So this is another client of ours, Jeff Latham. He's a client. He's a real estate team. Actually, I just saw him. He posted they've done 90 transactions so far this year already. His team, but he's also a coach as well. But you can see this is the video email. So this is one like around Thanksgiving or something, right? But it's a nice header. It's the video. It's a screenshot. So it's not actually embedded because we want to move them from the email. But then it's very minimal writing, right? So when you're sending out video emails, you don't want them staying on the email. You just want to give them a quick snapshot. They click on the play button. It pushes them to either your website or your blog where the video is being hosted. That's where the rest of the write-up is and different call to actions or opt-ins or things they can do. So you want to get them moving to where your actual site is, okay? So, and then you could see, watch this short video, but beneath there you can't really see there's a couple call to actions that will drive back. You always, as a realtor, you always want to have links for people to click on that push you either to your home search or your home valuation site if you have those. If you don't, you need to get one set up.
Home valuation, yep, home valuation. Real quick, so somebody asked what lapel mic for the iPhone 6. So if you go to Google and make sure you Google lapel mic for iPhone 6 or 5 or whatever you have, what you're going to need is a special cord, I believe, still to make it work with your phone. And make sure, and if you Google it, I just did it, and I actually posted it in one of the comments here. It comes with a special adapter that you need. It's like a 3-prong deal. I don't know how to explain it, but you need a special adapter. And most mics, if you put iPhone 6 in there, it'll come with it. So make sure you get the additional piece that you need to plug into the phone and then plug the lapel mic into it, just FYI.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to double check that because some will only, you'll have to actually turn on the memo for record 2 files separately. And then some just won't work. So you have to make sure you research that first before you do that, okay?
Cool.
Here's an example of a client Facebook that we did up, and we redid the graphics. You can see all the different videos that he has up on his Facebook. Okay.
That's awesome.
Here's a LinkedIn post Okay, this is actually
video everything, man. Video everything.
Yeah, everything. Google Plus, right? We actually syndicate you to iTunes as well with a podcast. So all your videos go up on iTunes, so people can actually search you on iTunes and find you and watch your videos, which is pretty cool. And then
cool.
The third section is prioritize your follow-up. Okay, we talked about that, making phone calls. If you're not doing it, you have to be doing it. It's so important to be making ABC, baby. Always be calling and always be closing, right? But you can see here, this is a mock report that we put together. Our team actually goes through the analytics and puts it into an Excel sheet to make it easy for our clients. And you can see this is everyone that clicked on the home value link that we highlighted. So these are all the people that our client needs to be following up with, whether it's by phone call if they have the phone number. If they don't have it, they need to be emailing them and following up with them to see if they can do a CMA for them. All right.
Good stuff. Home value link is huge. We've done a class way back when. We should probably do it again about home value. People it's just a huge strategy to let people know. People want to know what their home is worth, but you don't ask them to if they want to know. You say, hey, there's a couple people in the neighborhood. Would you want to know what other homes are selling for? So you kind of go around it a different way. It's pretty cool. Little strategy there for you.
Absolutely. And we send out for our clients, I'd say 3 times a year. We call it our magical seller lead generation email. But if you type in viral marketing seller lead generation email into Google, it will pull up. We just sent one out for our clients kind of just the beginning of winter. And it drives all the traffic to the home valuation link, and they get, some of our clients have had hundreds of opt-ins to their, like, full opt-ins to their site because of it. It's pretty sweet.
Awesome. That is sweet.
So here's a couple I was talking about Andrew Duncan, about using our service. I don't want to sit here and sell it, but a couple of clients you guys may recognize. Kyle Whistle, he's #1 agent in San Diego here. And then the last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, which I think is a huge, huge value add, and I swear to God, I talk to our clients all the time about this, is the first thing, and I just made a video yesterday. This is the video I talked about, actually. So you guys, if you pay attention or go opt in for our newsletter at getviral.com, you're going to see our videos every week. But I just did a video about this co-marketing. Make a list. Everyone today, your call to action today isn't to do viral, because you can if you want. We'll help you. But make a list of every vendor partner, every local business owner you know, and every single influencer that you know in your community, because those are people that you want to leverage with video. That is amazing content, and what it's going to allow you to do is it's not only going to help you build a relationship with that person because you're inviting them to interview them on video, which is awesome, and no one's going to say no. I swear to God, no one will say no. It'll just be a matter of when they can do it. Okay? You do that, and the offer is, hey, like, I have this amazing asset, this database that I've been marketing to. I'm going to put you in front of it, my vendor partner, as a trusted advisor. So what's that worth? Well, maybe they split, a fee for that marketing, right? You get some marketing offset dollars. But I think what's a bigger value add for you is saying, hey, I'm going to send this email out to my whole database of this video. I'd like you to do the same, or I'd like you to at least post this video all over your social sites. And now you're gaining access to their social network and their database as a trusted advisor, and you're getting in front of a lot more people that you would never be able to get in front of with any text email. Okay, and just because you're doing video, and video is easy to share. It takes 2 seconds to share.
Video is so easy to share. Not only that, you're tapping into their database, which could be like insurance agents, CPAs, financial planners, builders, HVAC, home inspectors, pest inspectors, like on and on and on, like all these different financial advisors, all these different people. Yeah, none of them are doing video. Nobody's doing video that I know of. I mean, there might be one or two, but no one's doing it.
Realtors are actually ahead of the game with doing video compared to most other industries.
I know. That's true.
Right?
That's true. Yep.
And still not a ton of realtors are doing it, right? So I would say, yeah, all those people you listed, and then start thinking about, like, we had a client that would go and he's in a smaller town, but he interviewed the mayor, he interviewed the chief of police, the chief of the fire department. If you get the chief of police in the fire department on board or to do a transaction with you because you
That's a whole family.
Every single person in that fire department or police office is going to work with you down the road.
Insanity,
right?
yeah.
Right, so it's like, who influences in your community? Go interview those people. Go interview local business owners. I have a client as well that does community spotlights, and he'll go and interview business owners. And it's a great way to add value for that local business. At the same time, you're going to get referrals, and you're going to get more visibility. So it's a huge piece, but but you got to start small. You got to start off by getting in front of the camera, getting comfortable with it, and then slowly moving towards this route.
Yep.
Right, and so I know some people asked. This is kind of a quick. This is what you get for the price. It's $2,000 up front and then $550 a month. So the way I kind of pose that, I'm not gonna sit here and sell you guys, but you have to think about your time. What's the cost of your time for $550 a month, and then how much costs you to hire someone to actually do this marketing plan, which they're not an expert at. Probably.
Well, here's you know what, and I'm actually go back to that for a second. Well, yeah, I think you're so look at this. So if you take this one slide and just go, okay, this is what I need to do what Brett did in Arizona, to do what all these other guys are doing. Like, you can do it yourself, but I'm telling you, it's going to be so much harder. And I'm not trying to sell you this, but all I'm asking is do video marketing, and it will change your life. And do it on a consistent basis. I did one once a week, every single week for a whole year, and that's truthfully why I'm on this call and why I'm helping so many people throughout the U.S. Is because I stepped out of my comfort zone. I bought the equipment. I read scripts literally word for word when I first started doing video marketing because I didn't know any better, you know, and I couldn't really physically think about what I wanted to say. So I'm like, all right, I'll just read something. Well, so viral marketing, whether it's viralmarketing.com, right? Is that the website? So, but they'll build out
viral.
Get Viral. Okay, sorry. I think I posted wrong.
Getviral.com. Yep.
Getviral.com. Okay, so they build out your blog. They build out your Facebook. So they do the branding for your blog, your Facebook, your Google Plus, and your YouTube channel.
Yep.
They interview you. They edit your videos. So a 2-minute video takes 2 minutes. So maybe it takes 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 or whatever to get it right, or you got to do a couple takes, whatever. It doesn't matter. After a couple times, you're just going to get it and figure it out. No big deal. You send it to them, they edit.
Yeah, our big thing is that you're on the phone with us for 30 minutes a month, and that's it, unless you want to spend more time. But just to do the 2 videos, 30 minutes a month on the phone with us, that's it. It's very leveraged.
Yeah, very leveraged. And they send out your emails for you to your database if you want. You can send it out. It doesn't matter. As long as it's going out, that's what matters. The optimization is huge. So as you build this thing, think about 2 videos a month for the next 12 months, what that would look like for your all 4 platforms. It'd be insane. Update your social media for you. So your video, correct me if I'm wrong, do you post on all these different places?
Yeah,
blog, Facebook, YouTube, and Google Plus?
Yep, we get access to all of it for our clients so that we can do all that. We post it, and obviously everything gets approved before we do any of that. But
what's the podcast, man? This podcast thing is pretty huge too. This is like becoming more and more.
Yeah,
this is the thing now.
So we set up through iTunes, we set up that podcast for them, and so part of what we do is we also will call your clients for you, and get testimonials or success stories from your clients, and then we'll edit them as an audio on SoundCloud, and then we post it to your iTunes account and build it out. Okay. Yeah, so we build that out that way, but then a lot of our clients do different radio and different things like that, so we wanted to make sure that we have this available for any audio or any video that they're doing. They can be found through iTunes or through a podcast type
Got it. Okay, a couple questions. What is the web address? So the web address is getviral.com. So viral is GETVY.
Yep, right here. Getviral.com. GETVYRAL.com. And and then
how many videos do you edit per month?
Our company?
Oof. Yep. No. For the individual. Like if somebody signs up for you, how many videos would you How many videos do you edit? Somebody's asking.
Yeah. So we'll edit the 2 emails that go out. You don't want to over inundate your database. You just want to send 2 a month. Okay. And then usually how we structure it is we'll work on one additional marketing campaign for you. So maybe you want to work on putting together a bunch of community tour videos. We'll do those, or we'll edit testimonial videos for you, or we'll do a campaign for sale by owner, or maybe you want to have your buyers do some introduction videos. Basically, we're going to work on one project at a time for you. So it could be 10 additional videos that month, or it could be just a few. It just really depends. But it's one additional marketing strategy that we'll focus on for you to get completed and implemented, and then we move on to the next one. So hopefully that answers your question. Yeah.
Yep, it totally did. So what does it cost after 1 year? So the cost after 1 year, well, so the 2,000 includes your, correct me if I'm wrong, includes the VidCam. I'm actually doing this, so I know the answers. So I'm kind of playing stupid as far as like what's included.
Yeah.
But so you get the webcam and you get the microphone. That's included in the 2,000. So there's a consultation.
Right. So the $2,000 goes to the build out of the blog, the graphics package, all the updating the social, exporting all the databases, doing your first 3 videos. So you're paying, that $2,000 is for the first 30 days on the program, and then your month to month starts for 12 months after that. So really it's 13 months, right, of what you're paying for with the $2,000 and then the $550 a month for 12 months. And then it includes the webcam, the light, everything that you need to do the videos right there at your desk. And then we also do the first 3 videos in that month. So 2 educational videos, and then the third video is some sort of like why hire me or why work with our team type video that's going to be a standalone video that goes on your blog or your website. At the same time, if you're thinking like, oh, I don't need a blog, I have an IDX site, like we'll build out our blogs that look phenomenal now. So the newer ones are unbelievable. They look so good. We'll build it out right into your website so that when someone clicks on video blog tab on your website, it pushes to the blog that we built you. Or we can have it as a separate URL. So anyway, these are all things that can, we would go over if you wanted to hop on a consultation or something, but we can work within your system. Our systems are adaptable, right? Either way, bottom line is that you need to be consistent with the videos. If you do any type of video campaign, you need to be consistent. You just mentioned it, Scott, a few minutes ago. Yeah. Consistency is the key. I can't tell you how many clients I swear I would tell them on the front end, please be consistent, and they're not. And then they get going for a couple of months and they get some momentum, and then they don't do it for a month and a half, 2 months. And it's like you kill all the momentum that you had. You have to keep going.
So it's just got to be time blocked into your calendar. Here's when you're going to do it. You have to do the videos, and they help you. That's the best part, is they are there with you until you get it. Like, I don't need them there. Like Scott's going to help me with my first video, but after that, I'm good. Like, I'm totally good. So I don't need him. He's just giving me the software. They're going to walk me through, make sure I got the right lighting and all that stuff. But just having someone there to know that I can do this 2-minute video or 1 minute, or maybe it's 30 seconds. I don't care. It doesn't matter what it is. And then I get it to them, and it's done, and it's published across all different platforms. That's the beauty part about it. So at the, as far as the 1 year, I mean, do you have any contracts, or like it's just month to month, or how do you like?
No, we do a 1 year commitment and then month to month after that. And the reason we do that, guys, is we just, here's the deal. If whatever reason it's not, if you worked with us, I don't know, it's just not for me. Like, we're not going to screw you. We want to be working with you to help you. The reason we do the 1 year is we know how important it is to do this type of campaign. It's a long-term nurture. This isn't a quick fix. Your database is your lifeline for your entire business for 30, 40 years, as long as you're in business. You need to be nurturing it and staying in front of it. So we know that it can take up to a year to really start seeing some amazing results. Now, don't get me wrong. We've had clients that send out their first video and they get listings. It just happens. Right? But it depends on
not guaranteed.
Yeah,
not guaranteed, right?
Coming to us with a database that is kind of crappy, to be honest, and we don't know, right? So we know that it can take time to nurture it and build the trust, build the rapport, and educate that database, and it needs to be more than just a few months. You have to do it as a long, a year campaign, essentially.
Yep, perfect. Yeah. Awesome. All right, I think that's it. Let me see here. What kind of webcam? Great question. What kind of webcam do you recommend? So
I recommend a Logitech C920, and I believe that's a universal Logitech that works with a Mac or a PC. But you can go on to Logitech.com and go under webcams. Any of those webcams are really good. They're like $70 to $100 depending on which one you get. But they're very affordable, and it's fantastic video quality. Just make sure that it's compatible with the computer that you have before you buy it.
Correct. So C920 looks like it's $64.
Yep, there you go. Great camera.
Let's see, outrageously.
Yeah, that's one I have.
Let's see, how does Galaxy? Okay, great question. How does Galaxy Phone work with the programs? I think Droid, Galaxy, I think they're all web-based. So like when you're uploading into the same, just I guess I learned this today, Scott. I didn't know if you're not on Wi-Fi that it changes stuff. So make sure you're on Wi-Fi. Do they tell us?
All phones have good video quality. It's all the same features. You upload to your YouTube or that file. If you're doing it from your phone, you want to make sure that you're not like trying to send it through an email when you do it on your phone, because it's going to resize the video.
It's not going to go.
You got to upload it to Wi-Fi to your YouTube. Yep.
Okay, cool. Do they tell us what we need to buy for the video marketing? They pretty much have all that content. Yeah, they have. They've been doing it for a long time. So as far as coming up with what you need to talk about or say or whatever, they help with that, absolutely.
So our client base is Brain Trust, right? Like we have our clients connected. We're constantly publishing all the content that they're creating. So your coach or client manager that you work with is he's gonna give you suggestions and topic ideas all the time on what's getting the best open and click rates, what's working the best, what topics are being done right now, what are best practices from our top clients that are utilizing our service, and he or she are going to be giving you those ideas all the time. So that the idea is that we're literally making this as simple as possible for you. All you have to do is show up and be consistent. We will literally give you the ideas as well if you can't come up with a question and answer for your audience.
Cool.
Yeah.
So to go over the cost again, if you want to do it again, you can do this your own. I would just recommend doing it. Don't talk about it. Do it. Like start it up.
Just
open up your YouTube channel. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't go buy all this expensive equipment. We had a client that did that and spent like $5,000 and he never used the camera once and he came back to us and he's getting amazing results. And it's because he didn't do anything.
Good.
So don't go do that.
Right,
Just buy
a webcam,
buy a mic.
Yep.
You can buy a Yeti mic or one of those that's similar to a Yeti for like $100 or less. So you can spend less than $200 and have a really good setup.
Easy. Really good setup. Yeah, I got a Yeti mic myself. I would highly recommend it. So Best Buy carries Yeti mics. You Google Yeti mic online and you can get them for around $100. Really nice.
Absolutely. That's where you want to start and just get comfortable with doing the videos, answering questions.
Right. What about reconnect letters? Would you recommend reconnect letters, or do you just start? I would always recommend a reconnect letter for sure.
Yeah, a reconnect, some sort of reconnect email. Especially if you're now just for the first time exporting all these different social contacts and emails into one system, you definitely want to send some sort of reconnect email so that they know what to expect.
Correct. Yep. Cool. And if you Google, there's no particular. It's just a lapel mic for if you want to use it for the iPhone or Droid, or I'm not sure Droid's the same way, but Google lapel, what is it? LAPEL.
Yeah, LAPEL.
Microphone, but make sure you put in for the iPhone because you're going to need a special attachment for it. There's a little cord that needs to go with it, so just make sure you get both. And it's right around $26.
And then, guys, if you want to learn more kind of about how we help realtors with this strategy of database marketing, when you go to getviral.com, at the top there's a PDF that you can download. It's called The Database Reset. It's called The Database Reset, or you can go to thedatabasereset.com, and it's just it's a little ebook. It's about 18 pages long. It's not too long. Honestly, it will really help you understand what we're doing with our clients and how we're helping you guys generate more repeat referral business, because at the end of the day, how much money is it costing you right now because you're not adding value and educating your database? How much business are you missing to other realtors in your community because of that? How many referrals are you missing out on because of it? I mean,
one thing,
and it's brutal. It's brutal if you think about it.
Brutal. Yeah, if you guys go to, this is pretty cool. I didn't even, I don't know why I didn't notice this before, but on your website, if you go to, is there if I take the screen for a second, and then we'll finish this?
Yeah,
I know we're,
we're
I know we're past time, but let's
That's all right.
see.
I got time. If everyone wants to stay on, keep listening to me yapping.
All right, all right. Where is it? No. All right. Oh, I gotta grab the right one. Here we go. Make presenter. So I want to show you guys this website. Show my screen. So if you go to getviral.com, check this out. So here's that download link he was talking about. Download now. Free video marketing plan ebook. But check this out. So I was just looking at some of these topics. The difference between a good and an average one. What inspections do we recommend for buyers? We need your help. How to sift through multiple offers in Vero Beach. A message from your new real estate resource. Thinking about upskilling. There was one I seen. Thinking about buying 2 homes or your second home, lake home, investment properties. Like there's all kinds of different cool stuff you could do with your partner, your lender partner. How you can finance 2 homes at a time. 5 tips to get top dollar for your home. 5 mental habits to ensure success. Top tips for quick home sale. I mean, it's just on and on. These guys are awesome.
Yeah,
so there's just tons and tons. It just never ends, you know?
Yeah, then if you scroll back up a little bit, Scott, on the right, you guys can see there's a section that says complementary resources. So scroll down a little bit. Scroll down a little bit.
All right. Complimentary right here.
Yeah,
complimentary.
like all
so
that
30-day client launches.
Yeah, you
client
can see
message,
examples.
email of the week.
Yep. On and on and on, right? Of all this
Employee
spotlight,
live hangouts, love those. New client welcome, reviews, success stories, video of the week. So I would spend some time here. If you're going to do it yourself, just go here and pick up a topic and it sticks out to you and do it.
Absolutely.
Listen to the video, see what they say, and all we're asking is like if we can. I mean, our goal is to help enough other people get what they want. So you guys, and we know for a fact if we help enough other people to get out there, build their brand, go, get their face out there and build their business, we know it'll come back to us. Whether you work with Scott or not, it doesn't matter. I just know that that's why Agent Mastermind is what it is we like helping other people to let you know what's out there, and how to market yourself, how to brand yourself, how to video market, how to use Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Snapchat, all that fun stuff. So that's kind of what we're here for. And Scott, I can't thank you enough. I'm really looking forward to sharing all the stuff that you're doing for me, in 3 weeks or so. So super pumped. Yeah. Thanks for being here today, and
thanks
good stuff, man. Great stuff. What you're doing here. You're helping a lot of people.
Good luck to everyone out there, and just incorporate video. But just remember, keep building your database. Send valuable content to it. If it's video or not video, just make sure that it adds value and it's helping. And follow up the people that are engaged in your content. Those are the 3 major steps that you can leave here today with. And please reach out to me. You saw my email. It was S.Solari or just Scott@GetViral. You can do that email as well. Send me an email, shoot me a text, whatever you want. I'm here to help you guys. You don't need to sign up for Viral if you're not ready to. It's not a big deal at all. Just reach out. I'm here to help. I want to make sure that you're successful. That's what we're all about here at Viral Marketing.
Awesome, brother. Thanks so much again. I appreciate you, dude. And, I look forward to having you on class someday soon.
Absolutely.
Right,
I'll talk to you soon.
All right, buddy. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you same time, same place next week on Agent Mastermind. If you're joining us for the first time, make sure to join our group at our private Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Agent Mastermind. Everybody have a great day, and we'll see you on the web.